Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to All Mama All Right. We're going to see if this works. Right now, I'm actually recording on my camera from my phone because on my laptop, it's showing that if I record through Zoom, I have less than 1 gigabyte, which is basically nothing from all of my saved previous episodes. So I'm going to have to figure out how to most likely just transfer all those to a hard drive, I'm guessing, and that'll empty some space. But if y'all know the best tips and tricks for how to create storage on your MacBook Air without paying for it, let me know, because I don't want to pay for it. And I know there's storage in here. I just don't know where to find it. But so I'll kind of keep this quick and just kind of talk about the day and go from there. So, and I'm going to try not to keep looking around as often as I do. Again, practice. I'm just testing all this stuff out. So today, I love how I just looked up there. Today we I just did it again. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to look up there. So today Zenna, well, first things first. Who has a dirty car? Okay. Who of us doesn't have a dirty car? Let's start with that question. It's probably simpler to answer. So we literally have not washed our car since we purchased it in January of 2021. We literally haven't gotten it washed inside or out. And maybe that is stubbornness. Maybe that is laziness, but it's actually more stubbornness. Because for some reason, I have the idea that husbands take, it's so horrible, that husbands take the car to go get cleaned. Or, well, primarily they do it themselves, because that's what my grandfather always cleaned the car, washed the car, and same with my father always washed the car. And we actually would join him, the kids would join him in washing the car like every Sunday. But that's not true. Not just males of the ones you're married to or related to have to wash the car. Women can as well. So one, I have to break that because that's just wrong. And two, my stubbornness just got in the way because I literally would just be like, okay, it's Aaron's thing. And if he doesn't do it, then we will just have dirty cars. And luckily, we're not like filthy people. But, the dogs are in there. There's sand. The kid is in there. Heck, I'm in there. I make a huge mess. Besides all the coffee spills, I mean, come on, and green juice everywhere. At one point, I was getting so frustrated that I took this almond butter that was plastered on my hand and just wiped it on the dash. And I remember just turning to Aaron and being like, so, you gonna wash the car now? Don't worry, y'all. We had a long conversation about that little thing. But anyways, so, oh my gosh, it feels so good. The car is so clean. I would have allowed Zenna to lick the tire if she was close enough. She did try. But it just feels so good. It feels so good. So that is how Mama started her day, was going to Ducky's and, yes, paying the full Monty to get the inside, the outside, the protection of the leather and the paint and the smells and just everything. Beautiful. And Ducky's is close to our downtown here in Burlingame. So I was able just to walk a mile and go grab some coffee and breakfast while I waited, because originally the guy was like, it's going to take 3 hours. I didn't know our car was that dirty. But then I was like, I have a kid at home, and apparently if you say you have a child at home, they knock it off an hour and a half and you just get right to the front of the line. drop that when in your next car wash. So yeah, so that just felt freaking excellent. I want to live in the car now. And after that, we grabbed Z. I'm with my mom. We got to hang out all day. And we grabbed Zenna, and then we met one of my girlfriends. Sorry about the cracking of the knuckles. Met one of my girlfriends. Okay, I really want to do the other hand. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, no, it's not working. Oh, there we go. Met my girlfriend in the city at her home, and she lives in the Mission. So fun. So many fabulous restaurants and parks and just home and people watching. So we went to lunch over there. And she has a, let's see, 11-and-a-half-month-old son. So just, Zenna's a couple months older than he is, and he is just a riot. And they have so much fun together. They're really good partners. I think he brings out the little more, like the wild, playful, outgoing aspect and characteristics for Zen. And then Zenna's a little more Zen. So helps Marlon with the namaste aspect. And so they're great, and we just have a ball. And then we went to visit my sister at her workspace, which is just super close to where we were. Another great area of town in Potrero Hill. And it was just so much fun seeing her in her new world, where she spends most of her time now. And it's beautiful. It's a place called Fireclay Tile. And she literally was just selling us, and she knows her tile-ish. Let's just say that. If I had a home to decorate and could afford tile and all that fun jazz, I would. And if you can, I know where you can go. And yeah, then we came home, and Z's not napping. She's in a little play pack, and look, she's learning how to do the worm. That's what it looks like. So she is breakdancing in bed, which, hey, again, she tires herself out, and then she kind of just poops. So that is grand. She'll do that. And tonight we're just keeping it easy. I'm gonna get out of these freaking clothes. I tried to do that look. Maybe you guys are familiar. The not the spread leg. The flowy skirt with sneaker look. Not 100% it worked for me. The skirt's a little long, and I kept tripping on it. And it's good for Zenna. She was getting all in it, and we were playing peekaboo, so it works in that regards. But yeah, I may have to maybe a flowy skirt that's above the ankles. So and one that's not see-through. I think that would definitely help. Luckily I was wearing panties. So that's good. That's always a good thing. And good day. What I wanted to talk about was friendship, but I know that's going to be such a deeper conversation. And I just wanted to highlight that friends, companionship outside of your partner or your family is just so important. And I am reminded about that on the daily, and especially those that are experiencing or going through what you're going through. And even if they're not, being able to just be there and support them, and the second that you're needed, drop everything. I mean, that's what friendship is really about. Like, my friend who we saw today, we've been friends since 6th grade, and we were never like the best friends growing up, but we were always, like going to see birthdays, and we were just those people that stayed close and kind of against all odds, like went to different schools and just all that. And now we both have children, and we are just, whatever we're going through, we know we can lean on each other. And even And it's so great just being able to swing by and hang out, and it's just easy. It's easy. And nowadays, at this stage in life, it helps so much more when things are just simple. And I'm just so grateful for that relationship. And I have another high school friend who I'm seeing, or childhood friend who I'm seeing this weekend. And I don't get to see a lot of her because I already have something planned on Sunday, and that's the only time that she's free. But even if Z and I only get to see her for like 20 minutes, it'll be that refreshing and needed, and just that, and making the time, because it does get harder and harder as we get older, and we, have more demands with our little not parent group, I mean me and the other parent of the family, my husband, and with more kids and just those needs, and it comes down to making the choice and wanting to put in the effort. Because if you're not wanting to put in the effort to see your friends, or to see quote unquote your friends, then you're just going to build resentments towards the whole situation. And ultimately, I want to surround the people, or keep the people in my life that I know that we are good. It's easy, and we flow, and we better each other, and we learn so much from each other, and want to just continue growing and building and creating together. And I am so excited for the relationships that I have made and are making in Carmel Valley. I know I need to put more effort into those, because they are so new, and not need to, want to. And it's been great. Definitely the two women that I've met that have kids, and even if they didn't have kids, I mean, I want to meet other women who, they don't need children to be friends, but it does help. And we're just, I think, God's placing them in Aaron and my life, when and where they're needed, and especially if they're going through similar transitions, and just when you're needing support or feeling that much alone, a mom may sit on the grass next to you, and with their 18-month-old, and you spark a conversation, and then you're the one that willingly, and because you want to, be vulnerable and ask for that phone number. And that recently just happened, that I asked a mom for her phone number, and I have yet to make the next step. But this next week, when we're heading to Earthbound, I'm gonna text the gal and be like, "Hi, Z and I are going here. Do you want to meet up?" And that's all it has to be. It doesn't have to be some kind of huge get together, because no one really has time for those anymore, unless they're on the calendar like months in advance. Otherwise, just the quick, easy, simple flybys. Hey, I'll take them. And yeah, so I'm just so grateful for friends, and God, I want to just send all the prayers and love to friends who are struggling, and just and when I can't relate to something, that doesn't mean that I'm not as I love is unconditional, and it and being able to show up in a way that I can show up for those women and those friends. Even sometimes I'm in the unknown, like I want so badly just to help, but it's hard when you can't relate, and it's hard when, you really think that anything that comes out of your mouth is just not going to be the right thing. And so I've learned that just hold the space, create the time, send the gift card or the flowers, just to, that's one way that I know my love language I like to express, is by sending stuff, and and just any little effort, and just wanting to put yourself out there and be vulnerable, and it's all worth it. It's all worth it, because I know with motherhood, it takes a freaking village. And honestly, if I meet a mom and we click and exchange numbers, and literally the next day she would say, hey, I'm in a bind, any chance you can X, Y, or Z? You know what? I will X, Y, and Z starting from the A. So I'll do the whole alphabet for this mother. And that's just how we roll. That's how we have to roll in order to survive this thing called motherhood and parenting and life. Let's just start with life. So thanks for tuning in. Short, sweet, and I'll definitely have, multiple lawyers. No, only need one. Good one. And layers to the friend conversation, and to every conversation that we have on this channel and future podcast, because it's revisiting. All this is worth revisiting, with learning about all the different perspectives and experiences, and anyways we can bring hope, as in hearing other people's experiences to each and every topic and aspect of life, the better. And I can't wait to learn yours and hear yours. So thanks for tuning in. Alrighty, y'all. This mama's signing off.